Dallas police say there were 3 murders in the city today. In fact, 2 of the victims were women. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. One woman was a 53-year-old grandmother. Her body was found in her burned-out apartment in far north Dallas near Coit and Spring Valley Roads. First on Fox 4 News tonight, Alex Boyer is at that apartment complex. And Alex, it sounds like it took police to start talking about this as a murder. It took a while tonight.
Yeah, at least publicly, right, Steve? You're right. When we first got here around 4 o'clock this afternoon, we noticed a couple of Dallas police officers here kind of guarding the scene, which is very typical in these kinds of cases. But then a few hours later, we saw a couple of Dallas police detectives arrive along with the medical examiner, and that's when we knew that this was something much more serious. That then we found out a short time afterwards that this was indeed a murder scene, and it seems that the person who murdered Maria Arteaga set this fire as a distraction. A neighbor's cell phone video captured the moment Dallas firefighters arrived at the scene of a burning apartment in far north Dallas.
My mom called me and she said, "Your grandma's apartment's burning." I came. My aunt was over the street crying.
Crying because the woman inside, identified by family members as 53-year-old Maria Arteaga, had died inside her Northwood Hills apartment. The dramatic cell phone video shows firefighters making entry into the second floor unit within a couple of minutes. But a DFR spokesman says thick black smoke prevented firefighters from discovering Arteaga's body until about 30 minutes later when the fire was out. By that time, several relatives had rushed to the scene and learned the devastating news.
Under any circumstances, you hate to see someone die during a fire, but you know, this weekend in particular, it hits a lot of people hard with it being Mother's Day coming up. And you can just tell by looking at the family behind us that a lot of people are impacted.
I was just going crazy. I couldn't stop crying. My little sister is going crazy. She wanted to run inside the room to see.
The family says Arteaga lived in the apartment with her daughter, son-in-law, and their 3 kids. And while Dallas police detectives try to figure out who killed Arteaga and why, this large, close-knit family is trying to come to grips with this horrific turn of events.
It really hurts me because she was the only grandma I had here in Texas.
I tried talking to family members here on scene about this new information. They are too upset to talk right now. I can tell you, however, that Arteaga had 7 kids and 21 grandkids. I talked to many of them today off camera, and it's very obvious that all of them seem to love her. Steve?
All right, Alex, you talked about the fire to cover this all up. Do police think they know how she was murdered and maybe who might have done it?
Well, if police know, Steve, at this point they aren't saying. They did say that she died of what's called homicidal violence, which of course is police speak, meaning that she was murdered. But at this point, they haven't elaborated as to how she died. I can tell you, though, when we were here across the street editing our story, we did notice those same police detectives walking this street, which is right across the street from the apartment complex. And it appeared that they were looking for surveillance video. Obviously, any clues at this point to see if maybe they can tell who may have been coming to and from that apartment around the time that fire was set. Steve, back to you.
Alex Boyer, thank you.